I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
What's up, third graders? Today I'm going to... You're here to teach math, not social studies. Math. That's right, math. I'm going to teach you math today. So in math today and tomorrow, because it's going to take 2 days to do this, your big goal is to look at fractions in number stories. But the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to play a little game to get your brain warmed up thinking about fractions. You are going to need 2 things to be successful in this game. The first thing you're going to need is this. That's right, your brain. And the second thing you're going to need is this. That's right, your thumb. With those 2 things, we're going to play a little game. So here is the way that the game is going to work. I will show you a fraction. So you see 2 here. We're going to talk about this fraction first. 0 halves. So you're going to think to yourself, 0 halves. Is that less than 1/2 or greater than 1/2? If it is less than 1/2, you're going to put your thumb down. If it is greater than 1/2, you are going to put your thumb up. Right now, you should have your thumb up or your thumb down. I'm going to go back to the screen in a second, and I'm going to reveal whether it's less than 1/2 or equal to 1/2. If you get it correct, give yourself a point in your brain, and you can keep track of your points. We're going to end up doing 6 of them in a row, so I'm not going to come back to this screen and talk to you. You're just going to listen to me, and you're going to play along with the game. Sound good? Let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's get our thumbs ready. Greater than or less than 1/2. Here we are, back at the screen. We have 0 halves. Is that going to be a thumb up greater than 1/2 or a thumb down less than 1/2? If your thumb is down, you are correct. 0 halves is less than 1/2. There's actually no halves there at all. Now we have number 2. That is 2 halves. You have 2 halves. Is that thumbs up greater than or thumbs down less than 1/2? Let's check out the correct answer. It should be a thumbs up greater than 1/2. Count up how many you have. Maybe you got 2 correct. Maybe you got 1 correct. Let's keep going. Let's do a total of 6. We've done 2. That means we have 4 more left. Set the screen up correctly here. We have 1/4. Is 1/4 greater than or less than 1/2? 1/4 is less than. You should have your thumb down. Let's do another one. 3/4. Is 3/4 greater than or less than 1/2? You should have your thumb up because it is greater than 1/2. We have 2 more to do. Two sixths. Is that less than or greater than 1/2? 2/6 is less than 1/2, which means your thumb should be down. Here is our final problem for this. Is 4/6 greater than or less than 1/2? One thing I know is half of 6 is 3. 4 is bigger than 3. I don't know if that's going to be helpful. Let's see. 4/6 is greater than 1/2. I want you to think about how you did. Hold up the number of fingers that you got correct. Maybe you're holding up 3 fingers. Maybe you're holding up 6 fingers. It doesn't matter because what the purpose of the activity is to get your brain ready for math. Now we're going to start thinking about fractions in number stories. So these are going to be stories that have fractions in them. What you're going to need for these first couple is you need to have a piece of paper and you need to have a pencil. If you don't have a piece of paper or a pencil right now, you need to stop the video, go get a piece of paper and a pencil, come on back, hit play again. If you have that stuff, you can just keep watching. Let's look at the first problem and kind of set it up. We have 4 friends share 5 granola bars equally. How many granola bars does each friend get? Let's meet the friends first. They're all hanging out. They're having a great time. We got this friend. We got this friend. This friend. And this friend. And they're playing. Woo! All right. Yeah. All right. We're having a great time. And then all of a sudden, their bellies start rumbling and they are hungry. Now, they have 5 granola bars. Now, we could do something like this to start. 1 granola bar for you. 1 granola bar for you. Why don't you guys spread out a little bit so it's a little bit easier to share these giant granola bars. 1 granola bar for you and 1 granola bar for you. And then here comes a problem, because if I were to share them like that, this orange one says, well, I am the tallest, I should get it. But then the green one is like, I am the greenest, maybe I should get it. The blue one says, that's not fair, I should get it. And the yellow one is small and squeaky, but it says, I think I should have the granola bar. There's going to be an argument. What can we do to stop this argument? I can't believe it. 3rd graders, what can we do? As a mathematician, there's got to be a solution. We have the 5 granola bars. Everyone has one. They were kind of happy, but now they're arguing about this last granola bar. See if on your paper you can figure out what we should do with this last granola bar. All right, guys, there's no need to argue. We can do something with this granola bar. We are 3rd grade mathematicians. We know that not all numbers need to be whole numbers. We can turn this number into a fraction, and everyone will get an equal piece. You can go ahead. I'm going to use these to kind of show. Right in the center. Now, on the count of 3, I'm going to chop this into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3. We chopped it into 4 equal pieces. There won't be any argument. Look, tall orange happy face. You get this one. Look at you, little yellow. You'll get this one. Blue, you're going to get this one. And green, you're going to get this one. And these were our choppers, so we can take our choppers away. And now, everyone has the same amount. But we do have an issue. How much is it that each person gets? Because it says, how many granola bars does each friend get? Now, there is a number that we can use to represent that. We can call this, we have 1 whole, so you could write 1 whole. And then we have this, which was 1 piece of the one that we cut. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a total of 4 pieces. That's what this 4 means, that we started with 4 pieces. And then orange guy, you got 1 of those. So you get 1 and 1/4. Yellow guy, you also get 1 and 1/4. Blue, you get 1 and 1/4. And green, you get 1 and 1/4. And now everyone has the same amount. Phew! I am glad we were able to solve that problem, but there could be another way to solve that same problem and have a perfectly good result where everyone is happy. See if you can come up with another way to solve this problem. We're going to flip to the screen and see this problem and think about it a different way. I know a different way. I know a different way. All right, little yellow, what could be a different way? Instead of sharing whole bars, we could cut each bar into 4 pieces and then give us each a piece of each bar. Huh, little yellow, that's a great idea. So if we were to do that, then this piece here would represent 1/4 of this whole bar. So everyone's going to get 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you. There's still more fourths to give. 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you. Still more candy granola bars to give out. 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you. Still more. 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you. And now I have another granola bar to still share. 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, 1/4 for you, and then 1/4 for you. Now I can take this and I can just count by fourths. We'll use yellow. We'll use yours since you're the one who came up with this. So this would be 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. The way this would look mathematically is it would look like this. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. Count along with me and see how many fourths we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5/4. This is actually another correct answer. You do have 5/4. But you could think of 5/4 as a different number, as an improper, as a mixed number. That would have a whole number and a fraction. If I put these together, that would equal 1, and then I would have this fourth left over. So you also, as we said before, 5/4, another name for 5/4 is 1 and 1/4. That is crazy. Two great solutions to one problem. And look, everyone has a smile on their face. Everyone is happy. Great work.